Hi kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. So for those of you who have seen my previous video, I talk about the pros and cons of a flight attendant, and I also talked about the process of becoming a flight attendant. So I left that position pretty much like 2 years now, and I left it for personal reasons, and now I am a gate agent. And honestly, like, through my opinion, I enjoy it. And honestly, like, I don't regret it at all, leaving my position as a flight attendant. Would I do it again? Maybe in the future. Who knows? So, but so far I really am enjoying the gate agent life, and I'll let you know why right now. So first, I am a part-time gate agent, and to me that kind of sucks because the money's not all the way there. And even though I am single and I don't have any kids, I still have responsibilities that I would like to take care of, and being a part-time worker is not the best. But one of the good things is that I can work like a full-time worker as well as get overtime, but money goes out just like that, okay? Literally. The other one is that you're everywhere. Due to the fact that I work for a smaller company and I'm at a small airport, I'm literally everywhere. I am a ticket, a gate, and sometimes I'm outside. Not saying that I'm a ramp agent, because people think that when you're outside you are dealing with the bags and the ramp. You are to a certain extent, but you are not a ramp agent. It's totally different. But when you are working for a smaller company, you literally are everywhere. So it just depends on where they want to put you for that day, and you just got to stick to it. Now, if you were to work for a larger company, then you would probably have one position, which is a ticket agent or a gate agent. And that's it. You don't have to deal with rebooking people's flights. You don't have to deal with any of those like complicated situations. You don't have to deal with that if you are dealing with a bigger airline at a bigger airport. The other con is that I have to deal with computers. And computers can be very tricky. As we know, technology can be a pain in the ass. And when I deal with the computers, like, you really have to know all your keys. You have to know what Control Z is, what is Control C, you got to know all of what is Shift C, what is that? Well, like, you have to know those keys. And it's like learning a whole new language, literally. The other con is dealing with customers. I don't think I need to go any further with that. Like, honestly, you're going to deal with people's different personalities. People feel like they got status, so they're going to feel like they could say anything they want to you. They can tell you that you need to take this, you need to deal with that, and, it's your fault that... I'm telling you, the things that people say to you, like, it's really ridiculous. So, yeah. Dealing with customers but I should have put that as number one, actually. Yeah. But dealing with customers is one of the cons for me, for sure. And lastly, I'm just going to put my last two as pretty much a whole one. So when you're dealing with customers, one of the sucky part about it is that if the flight gets delayed, it sucks, but it's not that bad because the plane is still on its way. So you're going to deal with your customers that is going to be like, hey, am I going to be able to make it to my connection? Am I going to be able to, make it to my destination at all? You're going to have those people that's going to ask all those questions. Mind you, say that you made an announcement probably like 10 minutes ago. They're going to come to you and still ask you, hey, what's going on with that flight? And then you got to repeat yourself like 10 times, like, to freaking so many other customers. So that's annoying, honestly. It's really annoying. And the worst to me is when flights get canceled. When they get canceled, you have to rebook people. And when you rebook people, it can literally be a pain in the ass. Like, I'm just gonna be flat out honest with you. It's a pain in the ass because you gotta know where they're going, how can they get there, if they can go to the same airport or maybe a different airport because maybe they have to be there. Like, you're gonna deal with so many different people's scenarios. Like, I have an interview in the morning. Oh, like, I don't live here. Like, how can I get home? Like, are you going to provide my hotel? Like, I don't have enough money. Like, are you going to have a cab get me? Like, you're going to deal with all those things, and it's the most annoying thing ever. But if you know what you're doing and you know how to, like, handle the customer service, if you know how to handle the situation under pressure, if you have good customer service skills, if you know what you're doing on the computer, you're fine. But that's overall my cons when it comes to being a gate agent. The pros. So my pros of being a gate agent that I absolutely love is that I can switch my schedule. If I want to go somewhere, if I want to take off, if I want to do any of that thing, I can do that. I don't need nobody to tell me that you can't do it. No, I don't have to deal with none of that. I can literally call one of my coworkers and say, hey, can you take my shift for me? You know, do you want to swap shifts with each other? Do you mind, do any of those things? It can be it can be done. And I love that because when I was a flight attendant, I could not do that. And I definitely couldn't do it when I was on reserve. I had to at least wait until I was off probation to do that. And I don't even know how flight attendants are even able to switch schedules with each other. Only a flight attendant who has more experience than me can answer that question. But since I'm a gate agent, absolutely love it. Absolutely. I was able to go to Bahamas and go to Trinidad Carnival due to the fact that I was able to switch schedules and so forth. So I absolutely love that about being a gate agent. The other thing that I like about being a gate agent is that you receive benefits. Some people think that when you're a flight attendant, that's the only way you're going to receive flight benefits. That's not true. Honestly, the only thing you need to do is when you're looking for a job at the aviation industry, look to see if they provide that. If they provide that and you like what they do in that position, apply to the job. You don't have to be a gate agent. You could literally be a ramp agent and still receive benefits. You can also work for like the catering, like deal with like food prepping and receive benefits. So like, I don't want people to think like, oh, I have to be. No, you don't. You really don't. The third is money. Due to the fact that I have a small company, the money is not all that great. It's good. I will say that, so I'm not going to complain. The money is good, but it could be better. And due to the fact that, bigger airlines pay their employees a lot more, you're going to want that kind of money versus what you're receiving. The other thing that I like is that it's pretty much like a simple 9-to-5 job. So being a gate agent or a RAM agent would be a really good job for those who have children. When you're a flight attendant, it's very challenging because you're not around as much to see your kids. But when you're a gate agent, it's a simple 9-to-5 job. You punch in, do your job, punch out, that's it. The other pro is that you do get to meet people. I feel like when you're a gate agent, you're more constantly seeing people and usually the same people as well, because there might be an airport that's close by to a family and that's their go-to. So you get familiar with people's faces. When you're a flight attendant, like for me, for instance, like I didn't really get to meet passengers and like be friends with anybody or anything like that. Like I didn't. But when I'm a gate agent, I get to see the same family, know their names. I know passengers' names. I start to know like platinum members and names because I see them so frequently that it's like, oh yeah, like, and it's interesting because I feel like people who are at the airport are more like willing to talk to you and ask you how your day is going and stuff like that. When I was a flight attendant, most people on the plane just want to go to sleep, do their business, get their drinks, get their snacks, and that's it. They don't even want to have a conversation because they just want to just be here and that's it, you know, like, so there's that. The other pro is that when you receive your schedule, which usually is like a month in advance, that schedule usually lasts for about like 3 or 4 months. And I really enjoyed that because like if you have a schedule that you absolutely love, you don't want to mess that up. And that is I believe is a pro. When you are a flight attendant, your schedule is constantly changing every month. So if you had that one schedule where you had the weekends off when you're a flight attendant and another month goes by, you're not going to get that. Mind you, this is when you are on reserve. I don't know how it is when you have a set schedule and how long that lasts. But when you're a flight attendant and you have that schedule, you know, you're going to like that schedule. But again, I don't know how long that lasts for you. When I was a gate, since I'm a gate agent, my schedule lasts for like 4 months. Now I have a new schedule and I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm hoping it lasts pretty long because I love this schedule. Why? Because I have the weekends off, okay? Freaking love that. Last pro is knowing the ins and outs of like seating arrangements, rebooking people, like the flights, the aircraft. Like you really get to know the ins and outs of things when it comes to that. When you're a flight attendant, you don't really know all of that. And it's not to say that it's not important, but it is good to be aware of it. So that way, if anyone does ask you, you know what to say. But I think that's really good because anytime my mom is flying and she's like, do you think I'm going to get on this flight? I can look that up for her and be like, yeah, like you're going to get on there. I mean, and it's not to say that she can't just go out there and ask the gate agents at the airport, but at least I can check to see. And I think that's so cool. Like I can like do that for my family and so forth. So I think that's a good pro. Well, that's it, everybody. That's pretty much all of my pros and cons when it comes to being a gate agent. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.